So continuing more of this video about Lakina Chin and this, what was going on is, I recall Crystal Fuentes. Look, this is what my situation is, what I think. Obviously, I can't seem to tell in this particular person, and I recall many years ago. It's crazy because when I'm next to Richard, I was very nice to people, and they say, "Oh, hello," and it'd be a masculine-looking transgender, but I didn't know what the word transgender was. I just know they look like fucking guys. They don't look like girls. And they dress like females, though. And I thought, and I walked by Richard, and person probably didn't get talked to by too many people, and I remember then Richard be like, "Oh, like one of us, you're helping one of the gays, the transgenders." So I want to say this because when I was in class, Crystal Fuentes, I remember her going like, she looked at me one day and she goes like this. She goes, and she's expressing emotion. I believe she's an authentic female for sure. And I remember her. She used to sit in front of this girl who used to have, could have been a transgender too, but always had perfect hair. She was a brunette, but I think it was a transgender now when I come to look at it. Very flat-chested, but I thought it was important for me to talk about because I sat next to Crystal Fuentes, and the teacher is the one that decided who we sat next to. And I used to joke around with all the time, but I remember I either mentioned once or twice to Crystal Fuentes, and I want to say I feel like she's trying to help me, but she doesn't know how to tell me because I'm not terribly close with her. I joked around with her all the time because I was trying to hook her up with Jeremy because Jeremy was telling me to hook him up with her. But I remember very distinctively, I want to say I remember her she was trying to help me or trying to how females trying to but we're very young though, but females are very different even when they're very young when they sort of want to help you. They start off early in the right intentions. Transgenders it's not the same. They're not females. They're not. They can dress and act like think they are. They're not. But I remember her, she looked at me, it was one day in class, and she looked at me and she goes, so I think she had a crush on me a little bit, but I remember her, she had some nice looking tits, and very common for guys to look in that, but she was kind of so friends with Melissa Ross, I think, or at some point. Maybe they had a class, maybe not, I don't know. I think they did. But she kind of hung around by herself a lot, and she also hung around this girl by the name of Nicole. I don't remember this person's last name, who I made out with when I was in 8th grade once, at the end of the year, at the last day. No, it was sometime early in high school. So I wanted to say something about this because, Crystal Fuentes in my language arts class with Miss Hughes was like the to-go girl that I always spoke to for fun, sort of friendship, kind of going along in class, and then her teasing her about Jeremy. Because I was trying to influence her to date Jeremy because I told her Jeremy liked her or whatever. I understand we're kids, we're 14 or 15 years old. But do you understand that the fact that not only all these teachers know about this, they're all playing along with it, and it's the teachers that are doing it. There was this one teacher that was dressed, very much like a transgender. And I remember Richard said that was like one of her favorite teachers. She said that she was always super nice to him. And she was, the reason I say this is because this person was walking very defensive in the gay. You can tell when these transgenders and faggots, they start running around in any place and they take full pride in that they're in charge and can do whatever they want sexually to anything. That's exactly how they start perking up their chest. That's exactly what this person was doing, and was warning off all the other people. No, we can get away and we can do what we want. I really don't know what to say about this other than total shame. Jeremy's this motherfucker is the one that took me. We went to the fucking mall together, knowing that, the whole fucking time. And it's because his mom's a fucking transgender too. I mean, not his biological mother, but they're victimizing the shit out of my mom. There's no hope. The president, the goddamn faggots of the transgenders, this Barack Obama's fucking transgender daughter. That's how they had this goddamn shit. You can't do nothing. It's at the White House, and they're just running. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're picking out my mother. They know exactly what's going on. They know that she's real stupid. That's why they can get her to do whatever and believe they want.